welcome to this week's video. So this week's video is going to be about dressage, and no, don't click away, okay? I'm going to convince you that dressage can be fun. This might be divided into two videos because first I'm going to talk a little bit about dressage, then I'm going to show you how I learn a dressage test, and then we're going to write the test and we'll go through the critique from the judges and talk about what they mean and how you can work on it. So the first point is, what is fun about dressage? Well, in the beginning it's hard work, but once you gain a little experience, you find that dressage can be so fulfilling, especially if you enjoy working with your horse and learning new things. So why is dressage a good thing to do? Well, for the rider, it will help you with your balance and it will help you with your posture and position. This again will make it easier for your horse to carry you. It will also help you with coordination, and you will in turn be a more sensitive and refined rider in the end, because you will learn how to give the aids correctly and in a very invisible manner. And yeah, so that is what will help you as a rider. For the horses, dressage helps the horses shift their balance from the front end to the hind end, so it means they are working from behind and are not on the forehand. When horses are on the forehand, they have trouble with the most basic things, and it can also lead to issues with their front legs. Getting a horse to work in an outline will help your horse muscle the neck and the back properly. It will help prevent injuries again, help strengthen the horse, make it more supple. I really recommend people work on their horses to at least learn to ride them correctly from the back end into the hand, lifting the front end and doing transitions and stuff like that, just the basic things on the bit, because it will help you as a rider. Even if you do show jumping or eventing, of course eventists have to do dressage, but like any kind of riding you do, this will help you and your horse have a better partnership. You will have better control over the horse. If you've seen me jumping Mole is a dressage horse. He has jumped a little bit, but the reason I can sit on him and I can jump and have control over him is because of his dressage background. If you compare that to me riding a riding school horse, you can see it's not as well ridden most of the time, and you have more problems controlling the length of the gait and the collection and the speed and everything. So dressage is very beneficial to anyone. So what makes it fun? Well, it depends. Do you like showing off? Do you like putting on a show? I have a background in ballet. I did ballet for 7 years and I enjoy performing a lot. So I think that's what draws me to dressage. I love choreographing and finding the music that fits my horse's gait and make dressage to music tests. That is like the most fun thing I can do. So I love the way that it's like putting on a show. And if you are very nervous and like this doesn't appeal to you, I was there once. I mean, when I did dressage when I was younger, I was just like, I hated it. and it was like you had to sit the trot because that's what you have to do in Norway. If you live in another country and you can do a racing trot, then you have a big advantage already. But we had to sit the trot, and I remember like being like, oh, this is horrible. But I don't know, I had an amazing pony. He loved showing off. He was like, normally he was like, blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as like 2 or more people came to the ring and watched him, he was like, look at me. So I think that's why I love it. And please don't be nervous about dressage. Remember, it's about you and your horse and gaining experience and evolving. And even though the comments can be horrible sometimes from the judges and you don't understand them, please persevere. Please do it for yourself and do it for your horse and compete against yourself. Try dressage riders online because it's low pressure. Nobody will see the test except you, the person that films you, and the judge. Nobody else. So it's like if you mess up, you mess up. But like you're also allowed to film it again and again and again until you get a good test. But you're not allowed to cut it. So you have to ride the whole test through. But at least you have several tries, which is more than you have on a regular competition. So yeah, it's a very good place to start. Low key, very relaxed. But at the same time, you get to compete. So dressage tests come in very different styles and setups. And they're very different levels. The dressage test I'm going to take you through is walk and trot dressage test at Dressage Riders Online. I only do walk and trot with Picken because her counter transitions aren't good enough yet to do a counter test. So the test is online, looks like this, comes in a PDF file, and I usually download them to my phone, so I have them with me so I can like look it up before a ride. But what I would start with is reading through it while you have a piece of paper with the arena drawn out before you, so you can trace the test on the paper as you read it out. And this test is, it doesn't have a halt at the beginning, so you come in and trot, and then you move, well, it's supposed to be right. This will be backwards, but like to and then up here, do 20-meter circle, diagonally through another 20-meter circle, and then there's a transition to medium walk here. You medium walk to E, then you do a 10-meter circle, then a half a 10-meter circle to B, and then there's trot in this corner. Yes, it is. I'm just checking. It's hard to do it backwards here. And then you do a diagonal again in trot. Then there's medium walk here. And then you do a free walk from H to B and B to K. And then you take your reins to medium walk, working trot, and then from K, F to X in trot, and then to G, and a halt there and salute. So that's the test. So how do you learn the test? Well, I would suggest having like a piece of paper and tracing out a test with different colors, or at least making the gates a different pattern. You can make many of these little arenas, so you can like don't have to trace over yourself. That's what I would recommend. You can also put out some letters on your floor and walk through the test. That helps a lot of people. personally, after I've gone through the test, I don't really pay so much attention to the letters as much as the pattern. So I learn the pattern where I'm supposed to do everything, and if I know where I'm writing the test, then I visualize writing the test in that arena. So like closing my eyes and thinking, I'm coming here, I'm coming around the corner, I'm writing up from A looks like this, and then like what will I see when I write down there, and like everything. So I see the arena in my mind, and then I write around it in my mind, and I find that helps me a lot. However, if you don't know where you're going, it really helps to learn it like a lot better, know exactly which letter you're supposed to do what with. But like for me, the pattern works the best, not the letters, because yeah, I mean, I know the letters, but sometimes I forget. So personally, I do recommend to practice your test beforehand. Write through it a couple of times before you go and do your test, so that you know where you're going and it's still stuck in your head. However, I don't recommend writing through the test too many times, because you don't want your horse to learn the test by heart and therefore be preemptive in what's coming next. So you can get bad marks if your horse preemptively, for example, slows down from trot to walk because there's a walk transition coming up and it knows it, and stuff like that, or like preemptively starts cantering, stuff like that. So you don't want to practice the test too many times in order, but it doesn't mean that you can't practice doing the elements of the test in the correct places in the arena. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it's been a lot of talking, and please comment any questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!